Hey guys, lately there's been a little bit of a hype train going on with Rookie Rush, I feel. A lot of big content creators have been talking about it, playing with it, so I thought I'd give my own take on the deck. Let's get into it. So Rookie Rush is one of those tier 1 decks. It's up there with Red Omnimon and Shine Greymon and Green. It's just kind of how it is. I know a lot of people don't like Rookie Rush. I'm kind of indifferent. Yeah, it's an easier deck to play than other decks, but every game has its aggro deck, or aggro decks, so it's just something you gotta live with and something you gotta know how to play against. Currently it's 3:44 Sunday afternoon. I'm filming this a few hours in advance of our Sunday night locals, and I'm probably gonna win with this deck. If I don't win, I'll put it in the deck profile somewhere. But I'm pretty sure that this deck will win. It's a little different. A lot of Rookie Rush builds are kind of the same. They play the same skeleton now. This is the set 1.5 skeleton, we'll call it. But I'm playing some different ratios on things that are different, and I think you guys will really appreciate them and my analysis as to why I'm doing them. Before we get going, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell on to smash potatoes. That way you know when all this amazing Digimon content is uploaded. And now let's just get on with the deck profile. We're starting with 4 Upamon. If the opponent controls a Digimon with no sources, when attacking you draw a card once per turn, once per copy. Great card. Really, really cool. But we're also playing a 5th. We're playing Demi-Vmon. If you're attacking and your Digimon is jamming, you draw a card. We play the 5th one because my locals has anywhere from 2 to 3 players playing Shine Greymon at any given moment, and that deck can get grindy, so the 5th egg does come up, and that's why it's there. I think this is standard now. I'm pretty sure most people are doing 5 eggs now in their Blue-Green Rookie Rush, so, you know, I don't think it's any surprise anymore. But, yeah, that's the only reasoning. You can play around both. People can play around Upamon if they can, and Demi-Vmon you might not get the draw anyway. So, these draws are all nice to have. They're there, they happen, and that's it. So that's it for that. I'm going to do things a little bit differently and talk about the green count first, because the green count is where the majority of the changes are. I am playing 4 of the Auroramon and 2 Mushroomon. I'm playing 6 green rookies. Why am I playing 6 green rookies? Because we're playing a lot of other cards and there's just no room for any more rookies than this. This is the best one, has 5,000 DP for 2, and this is the second best one, having 4,000 DP for 2. And that's why we're playing it in this ratio, and I wouldn't want to change it. That's it for green rookies though. We play 4 Puppetmon. 4 Puppetmon. Everyone knows Puppetmon. You go on play, you suspend something, your opponent's board can't become unsuspended during their unsuspend phase, and then you gain memory when it attacks. People like to get really aggressive when they play against you. People at my locals are actually just generally really aggressive. There's a lot of, you know, Rookie Rush or decks with a lot of rookies in them. So Puppetmon is a really good card here, so I'm definitely playing 4 of it. I wouldn't consider playing any less of it. Really good. Now we do interesting things. Our last 8 green cards, we're playing 4 Positron Laser. For those of you that are unfamiliar, you can activate it. Up to 2 of your opponent's Digimon can't attack or block till the end of the opponent's next turn. If you have a blue Digimon in play, you bounce one back to hand and trash your Digivolution sources. This card is really good at keeping the opponent from, you know, killing you. This is a really good card to make sure they can't kill you on a following turn. It's like we have to stop fighting only on affects their turn, which is really good, especially the simplified board state. If you reveal it in security though, it's absolutely busted. Absolutely nuts. Like, in my opinion, I think it's better than Gaia Force in the security, which could be a hot take, but with the way the meta's leaning towards right now, yeah. And to top things off, we're also playing 4 Flower Cannon. Yep. We're playing a lot of security bombs here. 4 Laser, 4 Flower Cannon. Both of these are cards that effectively end your opponent's attacking for that turn. It really helps you stay alive because, you know, people will get aggressive with you if you're playing Rookie Rush, and these cards just stop aggression. And that's all I have to say. You can also use Flower Cannon, you know, to suspend a blocker so you can swing for game, things like that. Suspend a small thing, attack it if you really need to. Doesn't come up too often, but I like the 8 count. I think the 8 count is going to win me a lot of games because it has a lot of chance to hit in the security. This means technically we're playing a little bit less Digimon in the main deck, but I think it's okay because the deck is very fluid. There's a lot of drawing, and you guys will kind of see what I mean in a bit. But that's it for our green cards. We play the 18 cards, the 10 Digimon, and the 8 options. For the blue package, I'm going to start with the options for Hammer Spark. Yeah, we're effectively playing 12 security bomb options, and it's absolutely crazy. I love choking my opponents to 1 memory. Yeah, sometimes they have a tamer that makes them go to 3, then you can't really use this effectively. But even so, there's really cool combos where, you know, you might have 3 tamer because you're 3 member because of your own tamer. And then this gives you a 4th to do some crazy wombo combo plays. So, you know, I can't really overstate the importance of Hammer Spark. It's absolutely crazy. And, you know, having that extra memory helps, and shutting down your opponent's turn potentially, also really good. And now 3 Davis. We're not playing We Have to Stop Fighting. Why are we not playing it? Because I don't find it useful against the meta that I'm currently in my locals. That's why I don't like it. I'd rather have a Digimon, or I'd rather have a positron laser. That's kind of how I feel about it. It's honestly okay. I don't really feel like I need the turns of safety, because you have your Digimon that have jamming, some of them. You don't really care. And yeah, it's really cool to, you know, force out some blockers maybe with We Have to Stop Fighting and put them on their board, but it's unnecessary. It really is. It doesn't come up all that often. But we're not playing it. We're playing 3 Davis. It's the memory tamer that makes you go to 3, and when you play it, you reel top 3 cards of your deck, and you can add a blue and or green Digimon from that to the hand, put the rest on the bottom. So potentially a +1, you know, can add a lot of cards. And we're playing 3 of them. This can also activate in security. We have 15 cards that activate in security. That's almost 1 in 3rd. You know, there's almost a 1 in 3 chance that the opponent attacks into the security and something happens that's not a Digimon, which is absolutely crazy. So that's that. The rest of our deck is Digimon from this point on. Now we're playing this. We're going to go to our blue rookies. 4 Vmon has jamming. I don't know why this card exists. It's inherently broken. You know, the whole point of Rookie Rush back in set 1 is it's a risky strategy because your rookies are going to die. You know, they're aggressive. They're not going to die, which is why it's not as good as it was. But jamming is a whole different game. It's basically free passage. The only time it leads to a problem is if they flip over like an option or a tamer, but besides that, it's free. Free value. Absolutely ridiculous. We play 4 Goblimon to on-play draw. Then we play 8 of the 2 drops that are 3,000, just to have consistency, just to have 0-cost evolutions. Really, really good. We only play 2 more blue rookies in our deck. We play the 2 Penguinmon. There's a lot of Volcanicdramon at locals, or a lot more than I wish there was, and lots of Shine Greymon as well. So being 5,000 is a very important number in both of those matchups, and we are playing 2. I was considering playing 4 at one point, but deck space is just too tight, especially since I'm going ham on the security bombs. So that's it for our blue rookies. There's 18, and every test hand I've done with this, you know, I've drawn one, at least 1, every hand, if not 2, if not 3. So, like, it's not really a big deal. 18 is fine. But 7 cards left. We play 4 Vmon. This card is really busted. When Digivolving, you unsuspend one of your level 4 or lower Digimon. So, for those of you that are unaware, you know, this is a good card. Jamming, right? So if you have, you know, a Hammer Spark and you have a Davis, you start your turn with 3, you go to 4 memory with the Hammer Spark. Maybe you attack with a Vmon or whatever, poke for free damage. What you can do at that point is play a 2 if you don't have one, and then evolve it for 2. You're at 0 memory, unstand this, or unspend, attacks again with jamming. You're getting 2 pokes with jamming. And what's really even more nutty, in a sense, is if you have, you know, if you have the same combination of cards that let you go to 4 memory, and you have 2 extra blue level 3s on the field, and 2 Vmon, you basically get 3 free attacks with jamming, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous. This combination of cards is absolutely silly. It's honestly, I think, why this is tier 1, besides cards like Positron Laser. And this card's pretty good too. But yeah, we're playing 4 Vmon for the combo we just explained. Just lets you get that extra pressure for game. Like, that's what it is. And our final 3 cards are 3 Gorilla. I wanted to have a 1-cost evolution, but I didn't want it to be Vegemon because I wasn't playing enough green, so I think Gorillamon is the best way to go. It's 6,000, which is cool, and there's an application where you can hard play it for 6 if you can break your opponent's board or something, and then it won't lose to Alter-S, which is really good. Alter-S is a big problem, just as much as Volcanicdramon is. So if you can, you know, hard play this when you have a lot of memory to work with and your opponent can't capitalize on it, really, you're basically making a board that doesn't really lose to Volcanic Dramon or either Omnimon potentially. That's kind of why the Grillmon's here. It was just a cheap champion. Unfortunately, 6 to play, but we play majority blue rookies, so if you can get the 1 to evolve sometimes, it's really good. And that's honestly it for the deck profile. It's a really consistent deck. It's really crazy, and cards like this and cards like the Vmon are absolutely nutty additions that came from set 1.5. And I feel that this deck is going to be in our meta, at least until Great Legends, and then probably thereafter as well. That's it, guys. That's Rookie Rush. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the profile. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my different techs. The deck is really good. You kind of have to know how to play around it, and it's going to be around for a long time. So just get used to it, accept it, enjoy it, and move on. Anyway, guys, we'll see you later. Take care.